they're not playing like themselves, and Faze knew that.
Right.
That's the most interesting part of all this. You run these maps back, and you might get different results. So hopefully that is the case today. Whether or not Faze win, because they still might be favored.
We're starting hot. Welcome back, London. Glad to have you with us. Listen, I think there was a little bit of a drop-off in energy between day 1 and T2, so I want you guys to get real pumped. It's the last series of this first weekend. Rain, he's going to kick this pistol off with a headshot, jumping onto Ticket, seeing these 4 Ts walk out from ramp, and interestingly enough, Alicia's going to put that bomb down on connector side. Now, it's curious because Brokey, he's gone from top mid all the way back around towards ramp, and already we have Nico in this position. Twist being inside of Sandwich, well, he's safe for the moment, but a very strong post plant for Team Liquid, having so many members over towards jungle, over towards Con. Still, a 4v3. They're going to start closing the distance. They're going to start clearing out all the nooks and crannies on this bomb site, but that smoke grenade, that puts things into question. Nafly's going to have to run in, and he has 3 kills already in the pistol. coldzera's position now known, but it is the time that seals the deal.
Okay.
Team Liquid take pistol.
Okay, so Nafly's an absolute tank. Comes in there with 3 kills. The 2 Glock headshots from a distance too, making that gun look much more viable than it is for most people. And Liquid come out hot with this first pistol round. Overall, setup from Faze is fine. Good flank there from Nico. His timing is fabulous as well. They're got the clock bleeding down, but it's still within reason that they could easily win the round. And obviously, Olaf has the kit there in those final moments, so there's a chance. But they don't actually ice it out. Now, I guess because of the bomb plants, it's Liquid who get the bomb plant on top of winning the round. So in terms of Faze, they don't get a fantastic buy. Brokey's got a little bit of money left over. Everybody else has invested almost fully. Brokey, of course, is picking up new responsibilities. He's going to be opping.
It's an exciting prospect.
Yeah, it does change their Mirage a little bit. That makes things different for their Mirage. And that's something that Liquid will have to get used to. Another thing that they were caught off guard by was the fact that on Inferno, Brokey and Colt had like switched spots, and or Nico, I think, and they didn't expect it. And so they were calling bad rotations because they weren't sure what Faze's strategy was.
All right, Olaf. CZ up close versus what could be potentially 2. Stu to the top of the brick box. Ooh, he doesn't see him. Olaf's gonna down just 1 though. Cleared out. coldzera with the deagle, some damage, but this B site has fallen beneath the feet of Liquid. Brokey's scout valuable in the next round. Rain's tidbits as well. So this is just Team Liquid shuffling their way through middle and splitting excellently with the apartments push.
Yeah, obviously a bit easier to go up cat than it is connector. Teams like prefer to do it. I think there's a lot of ways to die if you go up cat into B, but once you cross the corner, it gets a lot easier. So the difficult part of this Antico is playing just slow enough that you can get through mid safely, and then once you turn the corner, it's all good, and they make that happen. Nice boost there onto the bricks on the cat corner. Almost everybody stays alive. And Raiden will come in and see if anybody tries to exit cat, do anything tricky, but there's nobody here in CPL. Liquid will save with 4. They win. They're up 2-0 now.
Rain gets away with a parting gift. He finds his hands on the Galil.
Oh, that's nice. Yeah, an extra $2,000. Galil's is a great gun now. It's an awesome gun. It was in my bottom 1 guns before the update. Now it's top 5, maybe pound for pound in the top 3. I think for the value, like it's a cheap gun for how good it is. Doesn't give you the kill reward of those SMGs, so it's hard to justify before for the cost, but now I think it's so much more viable. You can use it on almost any round.
Let's see what Rain can get done with it. Remember, that Galil saved, the Scout saved. A couple of Deagles in the mix, but still FaZe Clan at a massive disadvantage. Dodging grenades and connector. Team Liquid going to be cautious here towards mid. I don't blame them.
Yeah, we know FaZe loved mid versus NIP on Mirage. That was like their go-to. They kept taking control of it, and NIP always had these very timid setups where they were barely spotting in window, playing back in CT spawn, holding connector, but very passively, not doing a lot there, and giving FaZe a lot of control. Let's see if, and sorry, it's FaZe are here on CT side, obviously, but we'll see if Liquid do something similar. They have started up these last 2 rounds going mid, obviously, on the Anticos. Once again, as we talked about, this is why they do it. They keep these long distances from their opponents. Great nade from Stewie, but a better Deagle in response.
Yep, Frag v Deeg. And the pistol bests him. Molotov's going down all over this A site. Bombs moving over. Could very easily go for the same plant that they established in the pistol round, which they will. Mirage becomes a strong post plant here. And the planter himself retreats towards ramp. Oh, it's actually a ramp plant, so no big deal. A little bit of a lineup over here towards CT spawn. Remember, we had our eyes on the Galil and the Scout, neither of which has really had much impact so far. And with the bomb being planted, it's really too late at this point. Rain pinned behind triple is down, and Olaf's peek from Cat is also denied. Mirage getting away with 5 HP. That's going to be a nice treat for him as he holds on to the AK.
Yeah, Olaf gives it his best shot. Nicely handled there from Nitro. Very careful on the angle. Take the first kill and do so much damage. Rain from that saved gun does get a kill with it. You know, something we don't really talk about all that often, save weapon having impact, so that's quite nice. But as you can see, he was traded right away thereafter from Twist. So very simple start here for Team Liquid. Pretty minimal losses moving into round 4. A full-on buy here for Faze Clan. Brokey's on the op. Everybody's got grenades. Let's see what you got, Faze Clan.
A little bit of aggression, perhaps here towards mid. I feel like that's one of those things you don't want to give away. But speaking of giveaways, already odds favoring Team Liquid as they start 3-0 out the gates. Here comes Nico with an opening frag, however. How much did Team Liquid decide to try and push off of this? Because there are so many bodies piling up here on this A site. Rain's Molotov's going to flush them off of Tetris. Ooh, and even gets his gun back in hand to take down a player before he dies. However, his teammates, they're still trying to play cover, except for Nico. He just runs in. Falls off of the staircase as quickly as Team Liquid fall back.
Wow.
They can disengage. And Stu, all the while, well, he's moving his feet into the B site.
Yeah, he's already made position here. There's no reason why they shouldn't rotate over. Because the action just happened, obviously, this is a great time to come back. Now they're going to make it over towards B. Nobody has moved yet from the Faze Clan. They're expecting a re-aggression. Maybe they're communicating to each other that they can just play together even if it is the B site, but significant advantage here to Liquid. They get this bomb down with so much time to find the best spots ever. And since they've been here, no one has made noise. So now the CTs start to peel away from that A site hold. Cold Zero will finally take heed and start moving through CT spawn. He's quite a distance away, so we'll see if they can actually pull this off. Time bleeds down, but we're still above the 50% mark on that bomb blowing up.
It'll be halfway gone by the time that they could even exit. So that save becomes tantalizing.
Wow, yeah.
So much so that they will call this off. So offering Team Liquid a 4th round. Faze going to keep 3 players up. But remember, there are still exits to be had. Twists versus Olaf, first and foremost. It's not going to go his way.
Damn, bro.
Swift headshot. And a swift start for Team Liquid.
Yeah, Twist has had a very good day of CS so far. Contrast that to yesterday. We had him on the live show, Blast Overtime. We struggled to find a round that he looked good in, that they were able to win. Here, today we've already got many rounds to pick from. So I think Faze was Twist was pretty upset with himself. Nico falling through the smoke. Were you gonna comment on that?
I was going to say, do you find that yeah, I mean, he feels as though it's a turning point.
Wow, you got to be careful, man. Take care of that head.
Here we have it, though. I was going to say, because that one kill on Nico is exactly when Team Liquid then disengaged from the A site. It looked like they were in that kind of pinnacle moment where either they had lost so much that they had to commit, or they needed something to equalize in order to walk away. And they were given that equalization kill because of Nico hopping off of the staircase.
Really like that rounds there are won by information as well, with just Stewie making that play into B. I think Liquid need a round like that. They had no easy rounds in their last series versus Faze last night. A lot of people here were here last night as well to watch the rematch. And we could see how hard Liquid were working for every single round, even on the rounds they lost, and they did lose a lot of them. Smokes in from Stewie. Mid control established here for Team Liquid. They once again know they're moving into some kind of half force or a strong save with those 2 guns remaining from Faze Clan. Don't know if Brokey shot his op last round, so that might be a question mark for them.
Still could be unknown. The moment that smoke fades. So many players coming out of this. Rain caught alone at this A site. Nico, he's going to be fired off, but a good execution with the Deeg. Straight to the back. Here comes the headshot onto Cold, however. Twist's locking down what should be the post plant. Stewie, he's going to grab that bomb.
Ooh. Twist on guard duty, and he takes care. My God,
Okay.
Nico with his deagles looking so fresh right now.
Yeah, maybe he punched himself until the brain turned on, you know?
Yeah.
That's what you do when the PC's not working. You slap it upside the tower, Mo, but
Upside the head, upside the tower.
twists. He's going to have to do everything because Nico, this is the one-man show. He's sitting on 3 frags already, runs forward, grabs himself that AK, but twists, takes down both. And just like that, it's Liquid on fire. But they're not the only ones. Hot damn, Nico. 3 deags in that round.
He could have. I mean, it feels like if Twist isn't playing at this absolute peak, in the actual peak form that he's in right now, that Nico probably gets that kill. Even Brokey coming out from the side of triple. You know, I feel like Twist, he inches out a little bit just to get a small edge on whoever's going to peek him triple. Still has to hit that first bullet, but he does it. And it's just good enough to take advantage of Nico as well. And it feels like in that last series, I saw someone tweet this, it was like, it feels like Twist had won 10 clutches or more.
Fair.
Just continuing on into this series with that.
Ooh, quick pace.
He looks so easy.
Quick pace into the next gun round. Nico, he's going to be happy to have won that duel. Swings out before the smoke pops. Alish drops. And Cold looks to hold on to Cat.
Man, really close call. Expensive round there for Team Liquid at the very least, even though they are on fire officially. Standard setup that doesn't need to change much for Faze, so although they have been quite passive on mid, now they have all the reason to be from here on out. So we can see fallen comrade from Liquid just in the middle of mid. Was trying to take a fight into connector. Stewie working alone here for CPL. Can hold and anchor all the rotations from the CTs, but there's enough CTs to hold. Credibly, you'd think. Brokey is fast rotate in the halls. He's watching the back of window, but he's there to fight with B, and Cold Zera's trying to get information. This could be a critical frag. We don't know which way this duel will go, though. Oh, it's actually, yeah, Stewie to get caught off guard.
Crucial error, and it falls flat. Brokey's op, like you said, on quick rotation, just immediately whips around, ops one down, pushes Naf into the 1 versus 5, an unobtainable clutch. 30 seconds, he'll find just 1 kill as Faze are on the board.
Yeah. And that last round, too, you know, comes down to 1 player. It's Twist who has all the bank left over. He can't even drop for everybody. Luckily, Nitro can pay for himself. But this is a fantastic setup. You know, Brokey's there just in time to take a really important stance in the fight. And he is actually rotating off of the kill that comes on Cat. So Cold Zera being as far out as he did made a big difference in terms of the spacing when they were trying to exit into B. Forward aggressive control here at mid. Rifle versus rifle. Oh, Nico peeled back just a little bit now in the smoke. Brokey behind him in window. Don't know if that's actually smoked as well. I don't think so.
Naf was playing dangerous.
Yeah.
He had extended out ramp, but nobody on the A site was actually trying to duel with him. So now that the smoke pops in his face, good thing he moves. You see some frag grenades being thrown out there by FaZe Clan, already starting to cheat players closer towards this A site, and there could be the window boost. However, FaZe moving forward on this A site. Stewie was left to lurk towards CPL last round. Now he could just be boosted outside of the window, anticipating potentially that Cat peek. He knows Cold was... Oh, this was big. Rain, he's going to push into the palace, but crosshairs offset.
This is so much more than that, though.
But another.
Nico.
Wow. He's going to take down just the 1. So, man advantage for Liquid. Swapping out to the M4. Alish going to keep moving forward here with Bomb. And Naf, well, he's come back from Palace to try and join him. Doesn't want Alish to die alone, but he is running into this bomb site where there's still a player from FaZe. Cold Zera tucked back behind site. If he finds them with backs turned, oh, he could be dangerous. And he's going to go for the spray, slaying 2, putting this post play into question because it's the man advantage back for FaZe and HP on top of it. Twist, 1 versus 3. Able to cross back towards stairs, but that's where he falls. Cold Zera does it all.
What a place to wait. Cold Zera, fantastic. And I say that for 2 reasons. He obviously, from the firebox, you know, his patience pays off, and then he gets on top of the bricks under Balk for that last kill. Twist can't even clean him up. That's amazing. He was an absolute juggernaut yesterday for FaZe Clan. Didn't know if he was going to get that Cold Zera twice in 2 days in a row.
Like a muddy swamp monster. He just comes crawling out from behind the box. Team Liquid, they were so confident in their ability to take the A site that they wrote off the possibility of a player being tucked. And it's going to cost them not only that round, not only allowing FaZe to double up their score, but pushing them into just pistols. The desk was talking about the potential of a strong start from Team Liquid using that first series as warm-up. But Faze, they also seem to be warmed up.
Yeah, they start warm. Oven was preheated with Faze Clan. The idea behind the pistols is right. Like, it's good to see that Liquid are imploring stuff on their eco rounds because it felt like they had very uninspired play yesterday. They weren't trying stuff on rounds like this, so they just missed Brokey's small timing there in window. I think 4 or 5 nades came his way. It's tough to coordinate, you know. All those nades have to be lined up the same spot. You have to trust your teammates don't run in front of you. Ooh. See if the Liege gets a kill. If it's just Brokey's gonna, or it's no Nico. Yep. Knock him off his post. We'll see. Oh!
Get out of here. Had that just been thrown up a second sooner, then Nico gets caught when he's walking from jungle, and there's a chance for a Liege, but...
It's like Kanye said, when I started out, I was at the bottom of the totem, and now I'm on the top, and everybody on the scrotum.
Nico with 2. Looking to just finish off versus the pistols here. Damn, man's just rocking the USP. Little vanilla pistol. We saw a lot of BM coming out of Team Liquid as they tried to best nip earlier today, shooting corpses. Well, Nico just did the same, Mohan.
Yeah, good.
Some of that bad blood boiling over from yesterday.
More of that.
Done.
I would, you know, if I'm Liquid, back to mid, try it again. Try to work on a better opening for the first kill, then move from there. Like, FaZe Clan give them tons of space here. They're not even trying to abuse them behind top boxes, so that's a nice sign for Team Liquid. They can start out however they want. There's not really a good reason to just move directly into an execute if you know you're getting mid for free just like this all the time. But at the same time, FaZe are maybe conditioning them a little bit. But wow,
oh, poor
so
Rain.
easy for Twist. He knows that's coming that round.
Yeah, it's so tough sometimes to be that Palace peeker. There was nobody in that corner last time Rain walked in, so decides to write it off, and Twist writes him off. 5v4 for Liquid. Looking to stop FaZe's spree of victories here at 3.
I would love to see if Liquid can close this round out because they've been starting a lot of rounds out 4v5.
Yeah,
but
this is an exception.
Yeah, this is an exception, but it still doesn't mean they're out of the woods. The rotations from FaZe have been very smart. And look, we're already having another one.
Yep. Timing on the smokes, though. Nico, ooh, he peeks into the tail end of this cat play. 3 players trying to get inwards. Olaf's going to be pressured off of Van, but he shuts down Cat, so it's all in from Apps.
Just
and even then, they take nothing more.
Just beautiful.
From a 4 versus 5 to the 4 versus nothing. FaZe keeping the rounds rolling.
That's amazing. Yeah, they get that perfect rotation over to B. They just understand what Liquid want to do. And it's once again, it feels like Inferno where there's not a lot of tells in play. They just have a good idea for the round. They're down a man, they take a risk. And you can imagine making a B rotation like that when you're already down a man on Mirage. It's very rare. In that previous round, they had an idea, it didn't work out so well. So it's not like they're geniuses. They did do that. They did attempt to push Palace and A ramp at the same time. Both those pushes failed. But that ends up being a bait for Cold Zero, where he pretty much wins single-handedly. Nitro this time up in A halls. Few at the bottom of Connector. Deagle's pushed up Brokey. I saw a nice flick from him earlier. I'd like to see another one.
Well, you might get what you hope for here, Mohan.
See that head. The pop out.
Oh, goodbye. Down goes a Liege, first and foremost. Now, unfortunately for Team Liquid, even if they had... Oh, no way. But another corner goes unchecked. Rain coming out from under Palace. He shuts down any hope. I was going to say, even if they did get quick entries, just as Nitro nails 2. Well, the bomb was so far back on Twists. However, how about a sick flick from him? Does the damage, does the dance, but dies. 5-5, FaZe.
Let's cue up that replay, though.
Let's.
Yeah, I'd like to see that.
Let's get Nitro in this.
It felt like a real no country for old men moment here as Nitro gets these 2 kills because you think this is the deciding factor. Ooh. A wonderful adjustment. Long range as well. Very few pixels to work with, and he makes the most of it. You see those cheats go off in Alicia's eyebrow again? That's a consistent thing.
Ooh. Yeah. Ooh, baby.
I like that.
Oh.
Oh, all right. Chance on both sides. They're initiating each other.
I'm all for it.
Hey, I get it. It's 5-5. It's 5-5. Anything could happen. Nico, 140. Unsung hero on this map? I don't know. I do remember Nico kills, but it feels like Coldzera has had such fantastic rounds. Brokey looks very good with the op. Olaf Meister has had fantastic B holds.
Just Nico, he's been getting his...
I'm almost half surprised that Liquid have 5 rounds.
He's been getting his hands on kills in almost like every single round.
Yeah.
Constantly toppling bodies. Here he'll try yet again to the top of middle. Plays inside of the smoke. Cheeky. But Team Liquid not going to overextend here. Of course, we've got a good flashbang, but not punished for it. Eesh, Nitro is more concerned with getting himself into the cover, and as he peeks back out, he died. Elige trades in time.
Well, at least they're not scared to peek him. As they definitely did need to trade in that situation. Good on Elige for doing that. And mid-control is now Team Liquid's. For what it's worth, it hasn't been worth a whole lot, honestly, in these previous rounds. The 2 A-ramp push here, well, it's an escort as well as Rain. Rain makes his way forward into enemy lines now. Nafly's got the wrong thing out. It's a flashbang.
Yeah, tried to find timing on that peak, but here's Stewie also denied. Rain!
You're
3
kidding.
kills!
You're joking, man.
Finally he's able to find some impact. Poor guy had to push Palace multiple rounds, and he's just been being shut down. This time, he adds 4 to the scoreboard.
Oh, wow.
Havard, Nygaard.
That's crazy. You know, if you know that mid is compromised, you don't actually want to be on the A ramp around that area. You don't have any favorable engagements. If someone comes to the top of stairs, they're supposed to kill you. If someone comes around the side here, that angle is not very fun for you as a CT, and you're getting peeked. You're not the one doing the peeking. So, and he's also been there a few times. So for him to win those duels, I'd say he's like 40% favored. So he goes above and beyond with his mechanical skill there to absolutely dismantle Team Liquid.
I feel like Naf knew he messed up the moment he came around that corner.
Yeah, 4 frag for Rain. This is nuts. The stars align for FaZe Clan in all respects. Smoke is a bit off. This won't help them cross the window, but it will help FaZe Clan buy a little bit more time.
It's crazy to think. I feel like all weekend long, it's been strong starts to the halves, time and time again for Team Liquid, but unable to use those strong starts to actually win with majority rounds. Yeah, there's still a chance. They could put out the flames of FaZe. Here's Coldzera with a flashbang, looking to just line up a bunch of bodies, but he is fully blind as he retreats down from the apps.
Oh, it's a little awkward.
Yeah, it's getting weird here. Pistol's gonna prevail for a bit, but Brokey hits the shot and can very well bring this back.
Lightning fast from Brokey.
Another perhaps. Elige pinned down. There's the round for FaZe.
FaZe
7 in a row.
on their feet. That is beautiful stuff from Brokey. What a hold.
7 in a row. Brokey being the difference maker there. I mean, we saw the awkwardness setting in, and then he just took it over.
Yeah.
It felt like anybody's round because of that initial clash.
Yeah, nice Brokey.
Nice, Brokey.
It's getting that Nico nudge.
Woo!
It's a real roller coaster of emotions here.
Double op setup
FaZe
coming out of
Clan.
FaZe here, looking to advance the round count further in their favor, but predicted by
Free
Young
haircuts.
Stu. And Nitro now, he's going to look to exhaust himself into the site. Just charges in. It's Twists with the kill and Coldzera with the Palace play. But dropping bomb, forcing it into full display, could have helped his player in jungle. How about Nafly on the clutch? Sitting at 7 and 10, knows where both players are, and currently there's timing. As long as Brokey doesn't peek before Cold comes back, then the pinch won't be perfect. There's his chance in a second, but the CZ bests him.
My God.
And FaZe, I mean, they're just all-time confident right now.
Damn, Young Sleepy Eyes versus Young Sleepy Eyes. Wow, it's been an exciting match so far. You absolutely love to see it. This is a great adjustment here from Coldzera.
Look at
He
this
missed
one.
that. He dropped that real easy shot, and then, of course, in classic Cold fashion, takes 2 in response. Whoa, language.
Hey, Michael.
Oh my goodness.
I can understand the frustration, though.
Yeah.
You know, must have felt good coming into this series, seeking revenge from yesterday's loss. You know, you get that 5-0 start, you're thinking, suckers.
Yeah, I think this match is
And-
so much more about the fact that they played yesterday and just
Reality
how
sinks in.
Liquid did not look like themselves and that Faze looked better than ever. Faze want to prove that it wasn't a fluke. Liquid want to prove that that really wasn't them and that they aren't ending this week on that note.
Yeah.
Right?
And like we were discussing on the desk, you know, like winning 2 series versus Liquid in the first weekend of 2020, that would feel real good. It's going to give them that edge, the confidence edge that Duncan was talking about. The confirmation in the back of your head that maybe Liquid aren't that good. But here we go. Looking to set themselves back into the A site yet again. Quick mid control, running through smokes. They could have just tried to force their way up connector, but instead they'll throw a boost into the mix, and there is timing here. If Stewie can get past that scope of Brokey, then who knows what happens, but Nico and Rain, they're already combining for a lockdown on ramp. Naf and Stu, though, doubling back with a couple kills of their own. Still, Nico knows that he is being encroached upon from all directions, but it's not his kills to have. It's Brokey's on the op. And Stewie, 1v3 now, knows Nico's still pinned into this position, doesn't know Cold's about to gain vision, and now it is the clutch attempt. Very, very doable here for Stu. 50 seconds to play off of. He understands and anticipates that this CT is rotating from elsewhere. Dangerous plant. Could have been a spawn peek, but it's not the case. Stewie seems to be reading this correctly. Cold's going to confirm it, and down he goes. Peeking out before Cold even has a chance. That's the 1v3 clutch from Stu.
1-on-3, beautifully done. That was great. Took a small risk there, but the SG's so strong. As a player comes around the default box, a chance he dies on that engagement. Overall, this looked terrifying, though. Those 2 kills with the combination spray down from Nico and Rain, holding it down long distance, the A ramp. You thought that was going to ice them out, but instead, yeah, they hold it out. They hold it together. So now we move into the last round of the half. Maximum potential here for Liquid is 7 rounds. Faze has already done such a great job. I'm honestly surprised that Liquid has been able to pull out this many so far, based on how well Faze have been playing. And just like in all the games that we're seeing, it's streaks. It's a strong start followed by a much better comeback.
Of course. And then we've had these kind of fizzle outs towards the very end of halves. But I would say it's safe to say anybody's to finish this half with. Solid buys.
Anybody's game still?
Anybody's round, anybody's game.
Yeah, anything goes.
You want it, it's yours. Just got to dig deep.
Just gotta search out that Mamba mentality, right?
Yeah. Carpe diem. But the server does fall silent here as we hit the minute mark. Brokey's going to be at the top of ticket, and there's going to be way too many players for him to drop. He could start to shave them off, however. He's a little wary of Naf on ramp. Twists. He gets just one. Nico's hot on their heels. Jumped down from window and got within connector. But Stewie's back at it. A 1 versus 4, looking to go one better. Nico charges straight at him, and Faze will finish the half with a 3-round lead.
Yeah, it's a weird message to hear that like the team, in a very nebulous sense, wasn't playing like they wanted to or wasn't themselves.
Yep.
What exactly does that mean?
What does it mean? Answers to be found here. Second pistol underway. We talked about the lack of aggression from them yesterday in pistol rounds. Well, they tried to charge up top middle to get early info, but found nothing for their efforts. Where does this leave them? Well, could push us into the 5v5 retake attempt over here at A. There is a kit and a smoke for Nitro. There's that wall of smokes down for FaZe Clan. Heavy utility usage coming out of them, but a very exposed bomb plant, and Stewie's just burnt to a crisp.
Ooh, just trying to get out of the way.
Yeah, Rain looking to maybe even extend this here, taking a fight through the murder hole, but here's Nap on the table, dancing for frags. Rain tries to trade, and he does just get one. Lucky for him to still be standing.
How's he even alive, right?
It's wild, right? He's doing such a good job of serving as a distraction that Nico's going to come in from the back. Oh. It's the burst shot. And Cold Zera, skitty pop pop. And he's now down. Nico, come on. Hit those headshots. They're easy peasy. Sitting in the open, ready for the taking. Faze, double digits, right off the pistol.
What the hell was that? Everybody's guns were broken that round. It took so long, you know, to the point that you got to say it's like how do you even dig too deep into that? Everybody just messed up. It felt like couldn't kill Rain, Nico not getting those bullets off. It's pretty strange. It's pretty strange. And Faze win the second pistol, but that puts them very, very firmly in the lead. Oh, we're certainly not going to hear any enthusiasm out of Liquid after that. It's got to be a frustrating one. They'll come back into it with a bye. This can win back their confidence if they pull something interesting off here. But it's already 3v5, the Halls push. Although it's the correct idea in the sense that they get the fights that they want, they don't win them.
You know somebody just made a really good call before coldzera went up into the apartments, because the moment Rain saves him after he's dinked, if you saw the player cam, Cold looks over to Rain, taps his head, big brain. They know it. They're ready. And that's something that we had to really talk about with our series yesterday. It seemed like more often than not, FaZe Clan were ready for whatever variations Liquid decided to make off of pauses, for any setups or executions. FaZe just looked way too informed.
It's always a huge benefit to like any team, any player that goes and plays for another team. They have so much information on like how they feel like somebody is going to calm, or the players that they played with for so long. That's information that'll last a long time. Those habits die hard. And we know how vocal Cold can be.
Here we go. Same smokes thrown from the pistol. Twists just looking to hone in on that crosshair. Wants to smash Olaf if he rounds the corner. But Nitro, well, he's able to pick up a kill before the execute commits. At the 30-second mark, they're going to go all the way back to B.
Yeah.
Why, you ask? Well, because while I was distracted at the A site, Nico slipped his way all the way through B. He's got an unbroken vent and a hell of a corner to be holding.
Yeah, so they've only got a mid-rotation. He doesn't know too much about Cat, so they've just got to be worried about that. But in terms of Halls,
it's over.
Yeah, they're good. And Liquid are aware of the fact that they've just been played. So no chance that they can even win this round. They keep majority alive, and all of the money that they spent will be for something. They can carry this over, collect their win bonus. No reason to die. The hold up in the Halls, and in the Palace, and wait for the next round. Another opportunity to fight, but really great round here from FaZe Clan. Once again, another solid anti-eco.
They can hide in Palace all they want. There's no doubting this. They are under siege. 5 rounds the lead for FaZe. They'll be lucky to get away here with a couple of deagles. So going to have to let another round slip. That's going to allow FaZe, theoretically, to double the score of Team Liquid. And remember where we are on Liquid's map pick. Heading to Dust 2 after this, but she's not over just yet. Neither's Nitro.
It's funny because I looked at it as an even strength veto as something that was a boon for Liquid yesterday, but today it feels like an even strength veto on the map's a boon for FaZe because their form is more on point. So
sure,
I don't know. We'll see. At least they get to put Inferno away a little bit. I think for all of us too, we want to know. You know, does it have anything to do with Inferno? Probably not, but will not playing it help?
That's why I was so happy to be kicking this off on Mirage, because now we're going to get the third map between these teams. You know, we kind of praised Team Liquid's map pool. We thought that's why MIBR forced it to Vertigo to start this entire weekend.
We might not get a third map if they play Dust 2 like they did yesterday as well.
Sorry, meaning third map as in we already watched Dust 2 and Inferno yesterday.
2 maps plus
now we have Mirage.
Right,
You know, it's
yeah,
just
more
like
data.
More of an encyclopedia between these two teams. Another technicality of a round to get through before the buys start coming in.
Yeah, but yeah, you could definitely say that you know, they win this if Liquid can win this round, and that would be terrible for FaZe. They're thinking about it. Rotations over to B. This is 3 players here. They've evacuated window. Nobody even watching it from the back. Similar to that position with Brokey in the market, just holding the murder hole. No one's even doing that, so now Liege will take that position. Twist all alone in CT spawn. FaZe would like to go A. That's probably going to be their best call, and they're picking the correct site once again, it looks like.
Just 3 points of damage off the nade. Once the smoke fades, Elish could have a chance at a headshot here, but FaZe Clan doing a really good job of just playing together, offering no opening for Liquid. Some desperate smoke spam with a deagle. This is going to be another one of those moments where bomb goes down before the CTs can get anything done, and it's all too easy here for Rain. Olaf adding a 3rd kill in the mix, and just like that, it's over.
Yeah.
12-6. Betway odds coming up on screen now here. Obviously, FaZe Clan going to be back on the favor. Just 1 kill. Naf tempted by Olaf being pinned into the corner, but he's protected by the young gun.
Wow.
And there's the peek from Rain.
Yeah, Rain's HSP, just like Rain is known to do. He's hitting heads. You know what I mean?
Who's up there at the moment? Ooh, Nico, 118 ADR, 112 on Rain. Looking good.
Establishing round for Liquid in this half. CT, they come in, they have the op on Stewie. They're at full strength. They have only one kid after they spend everything they've got, but that kid can make all the difference.
All right, they're not going to shy away from aggression. Faze, being confident at this scoreline, have lost a body.
That's interesting. Did they read the jump up? I don't know how accurately Alish was prepared for that, or if he was just watching the cat cross, but he had Stewie's back perfectly.
Coldzera giving away half of his health to the Molotov.
Yeah.
He was hoping he'd find somebody on that stairs peak, but he gets nothing for it.
Nobody else moves just yet. Just made an attempt at basically bullying Stewie. Wow,
Whoa!
He's gonna have a chance to jump or kill Nitro jumping. That window closes shut.
Playing around with a little wall bang, minute mark. Team Liquid not looking to throw away a man advantage, not looking to take a gander down ramp.
On Mirage, Stewie versus Nip was having trouble with this op from this position. Dropped a couple of shots. Let's see if that changes now.
It's going to go back to the standard wall of smokes. Twists will be burned out of his position. And Stewie misses that opening shot. Luckily, Twists can pick it up, but he is so pinned down in this position that he needs Stewie to come online. He needs him to lend the helping hand, and he will. Through the box, drops Brokey. Rain responds, though, so it's just the one kill, and he had more than one chance. Still, a man advantage. 20 seconds left over. Rain's going to be desperate to try and plant this, and a Molotov's going to screw with him. He has to wait for that to burn out and then plant. And these CTs don't have to peek until that happens. Once they do, they could just straight up stop bomb. It's being covered by Cold. Down he goes.
Nice.
And nothing more from Faze. 3 up for Liquid as they close the lead to 5.
Very nicely played. Peeked just enough to bait the teammate who's supposed to cover him into shooting, and then that's when it activated everyone else. And that's how you win a round with a man advantage when the other team has no spokes and no way to plant.
But there's a chance there. Missed op shots from Ticket yet again.
Yeah, it's true. You know, the rotations are good, and that's probably the most important part. But, you know, Stewie dropping the shot there means that Twist ends up getting killed, and that's a tumble-on effect. And you expect that will happen more often than not. Today I asked on Twitter how much people value aim, and sometimes you look around like that and you're like, whoa,
yeah.
It does play a big factor. Luckily, it's also a team game in the sense that there's more outs.
Okay.
And a lot of emphasis on individual play. Stewie there opens up with a nice op shot, but isn't in a position to escape Rain immediately, takes him down thereafter.
Yeah, Molotovs.
They check their backs quite quickly. No one's underpass, however.
Nope.
CTs are, wow, they're corralled. They seem to all be trying to respond to be so fast.
Timing could play a part in this, but Alish just mows him down, sticks to the spray.
Well, Cold was on his own mercenary mission, just trying to open up options for Faze after that, after they didn't follow up on the B hit right away. Even though they got the trade 1-for-1, just didn't end up ramming the site. 2 still in B from Team Liquid.
Mm-hmm.
So once again, A looks tempting, but you know that this could be the setup regardless. Retakes on A are a standard setup. However, they're quite low on grenades, and they don't have any smokes for the retake as well.
Yeah. They also wasted a Molotov. I mean, really small point, but at the beginning of the round, somebody actually broke vent with a Molotov. So it kind of gave away mid-timing. A waste of a crucial nade, but let's see if it has any impact later on. 20-second mark is where we find ourselves. Nico's going to jump past the murder hole. That's a simple frag.
Yeah.
Twists, he's just going to tuck himself behind Ticket, dodging the op shot of Brokey, so they know exactly where the last 2 players are. Some damage going each way, but Brokey's slain. Twist takes him in the drive-by on the USP. So starting to close that gap yet again.
Damn, Twist is pissed.
2 survivors, double op being moved forward.
It was, I mean, you mentioned it, but it is a big flub, you know, not just mollying out window so they can't play in window, but losing a molly early, right?
You think about it just like the round prior, you know, remember how quickly Nico had thrown himself into connector. What if that happened to be the play out of the gate for FaZe again? They really could have cost themselves there. So a minute mistake, but one that really doesn't come back to cost them.
I wonder if Nico bumped on something there, because jumping across window, not clearing it, but also just trying to get across it, didn't really have much of a jump there. I feel like he jumped too early.
As the timeout comes to a close, you just brought it up yourself, that poll you tweeted when you said like how much of CS is aim. I said 50%.
Yeah.
I was curious to your thoughts.
Oh, my thoughts, for me, it's like 50 or just a little bit below 50, something like that. I mean, with all of the other factors. And again, we talk about some of this, like the difference between the best player, like the best players and the greatest players of all time. A lot of these guys are very comparable in terms of their stats, in terms of the eye test. But I think the only thing that makes the difference is how comfortable they are in the highest and grandest circumstances. When it's a semifinal, when it's on LAN, when there's the most amount of fans involved in situations like this where everybody's yelling at you. The players who can play the most calm in those situations, I feel like those are the truly special ones, on top of having all of the homework done, all of the natural ability and the aim and reflexes. From there on out, for me, it's simply mentality, and I'm sure a lot of players see it the same way.
Okay. I figured out what happened with the molly, by the way. It's the Molotov that they're throwing into window to try and screw with any window smokes. But that is neither here nor there, because Stewie's at bat with the big old cannon from the top of Ticket. He'll take down the first. Remember, FaZe working with barely any weaponry.
Olaf, yeah, he moves into position. I think he knows exactly where Stewie is right now. I wonder if he's going to try to tee off on him after the smoke goes up. Stewie helping out both at the A ramp and in connector as well. Nafly, well-placed grenade. Boom. He's out. And Stewie also warms up a little bit more.
Yep. And this, if you are Liquid, is what you're hoping to string together. The easy anti-ecos with the gun rounds to boot.
3 rounds of difference.
3 rounds the difference.
2 ops picked up. Do they already have those? Nitro can play B. It frees up rotations quite heavily.
Yep.
He'll have to play maybe a little bit more carefully than Stewie did when he pushed in halls. But he'll be free to do it.
Brokey is kind of forced off of his peak because of the utility. Poor kid's dodging grenades. Whoa, another.
That's an easy
sitter of a shot.
Yeah, shot dropped.
And he gives up the cross just as the next 2 players go over. So, listen, it's not the first round we've seen an op shot go astray.
Yeah, definitely a bit of a tough day here for young Stu Balls. 2 CTs front of the smoke as it goes up. Coldzera loves this action. Ah, there it is. Instant shot, but once again, Elige is the man to trade him out.
Right.
1 for 1, I think like Liquid are going to be quite happy about that, despite losing a player.
Molotov to the window, smoke on the top of connector. Nafly's prepared, but taken down. Now that's immediately going to start to speed up this hit towards the B site. Nitro calling for reinforcements. Could go for another peek.
Whoa,
he even gets that second shot. And Stewie, but he just can't land them. And that's what's going to spell disaster in this round. Think about it. Not only could he have established the 5v4, but he could have just pushed this into a 2 versus 1 to Liquid's favor. Still, we have seen Elige close these sorts of clutches.
Yeah.
And he has the kit to play off of, but Brokey, he's not missing shots.
Quick movement. You got to think, like, it takes some balls there to know that Elige just spotted you on the cross, and then to jump up on the van, go into halls, and then peek him window. He could have died in that situation. And it's just really rough. I mean, some days it just doesn't hit, you know? Some days it just doesn't hit. But that could mean that it might be a better situation to not be opping because you've got an expensive gun. Because positionally everything's fine, he's in the right spots, right? Yep. But some days just doesn't hit. Just gonna post up in mid. Other trouble is he plays like a really hectic spot up in connector, sometimes pushing into mid itself. It's like a very high frag location.
I'd argue so is Ticket, you know?
Oh, yeah. And then, yeah, he's a rotator for A as well.
Well, this is a pivotal round. Majority of the money on the line. Stewie down already. Rain just rips apart the A site, but here's Naf. Knowing a second player is at the base of mid, Olaf retreats into the tunnel. So they will hold on to the man advantage, but Elise gives chase.
Wow, he goes fishing.
Hold up, Nafly just got another kill too. I think he gets the lurk from the B bomb site. So that's all of a sudden, this mid retake, very possible, but Brokey, he's been on point. And he's gonna nail another shot. Throws out that flashbang to try and set up Nico, but he decides not to peek. Being completely cut off by smoke, however, pushes a lot of the pressure onto Kovac. Takes it back with just the first. Alish, 2 kills already. He has so many grenades to play off of. He could smoke, bomb, flash, molly to prevent a peek. Brokey comes out, both players on nades.
What is happening?
Still there's time. He's gonna have to try and stick this. Brokey stops him. Just a Glock. 14-9 for Faze.
Oh, that is such a tricky situation. Brokey's a hero of the round, but man, they might have just rushed that situation a little bit. With all of the kills coming as quickly as they did, there wasn't even a game where Faze had baited out enough grenades to safely get away with that post plant. Once Liquid get all these kills, all they have to do is safely use their grenades. Nafly, if he doesn't peek the stairs, but they smoke out the halls. If they smoke out the halls, throw the Molotovs where they need to be, and then move in for the retake, it makes more sense. We end that round, Alish is holding on to all of his utility because he doesn't feel comfortable by himself throwing it. A lot of that stuff could have been thrown a lot earlier. And we don't know if the retake was rushed because they didn't realize Brokey could have been opting that, but that's something they could have considered. And it really cost them nothing to just throw a couple of their grenades a little bit earlier on to make that a bit of a safer situation. But Faze now take it to 14. They're moving into very critical territory. 2 for the win, and Liquid are all in. They've got the 2 MP9s, a CZ, a Deagle, and a Scout to their names.
I believe it was Sean Garris who I saw talking about Brokey on Twitter, saying that, you know, he's never going to be the player who is in the spotlight just because of the legendary names around him. But every game, I feel like Brokey is coming to impress. And what's wild is some of his reaction, you think he's the player who has all the experience. He's an old soul, that's for sure, but look at this. Big push into the B site. Nitro's just going to try to tuck himself away. They know there has to be somebody here, and that smoke grenade's going to tell them he's close. A fake plant, and no action off the CZ. Empty-handed is the hold. All too easy here for Faze.
Yeah, you really got to suck this one up to save in this situation. Yeah, they're saving the worst guns ever. They're going to even have to potentially upgrade. I don't even know if they won't be able to afford them. They're just going to have to repeat this round, but again, versus 15. It all comes with just a single entry on Nitro. Tries to play it very patiently. Doesn't even bite on the plant that goes down. Tries to wait for his team to get into a position for the backstab. But Faze, they count their chickens. They clear every angle, every corner, and all the pillars on the B site. They'll save with 5 and have a significant advantage moving into what will potentially be the last round of the first map.
The last round of the first map, and potentially the third map for Faze versus Liquid in 2020. 3-0 is a nice place to be. No pauses called.
Whoa. Let's hear it.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah. Get louder than that. Come on, let's make some noise.
It's a good day to be a Faze fan. Good day for the Faze clan. Olaf just bombarding into the B site, but Nitro does piece together the first kill. Here's Naf to trade him. They know there's a player elsewhere, and that's Olaf. Cutting down the rotates, cold. He drops Nafly. Gets the man advantage back up for Faze. They have the better weapons in this situation too. Utility thrown forward. Cold's been spotted, and Stewie wants his head. Gonna have to hold on for the plant. It's an inevitability that now comes in. And their job's suddenly all that much harder, but ooh.
Okay.
Twists makes things interesting.
Hey, 2-on-2. Olaf's low.
6 match points and a 2v2 to seal the deal. Currently T's 1 in apps, 1 back on Cat. They have a smoke to block him off, but instead they opt to put it on Bomb. And Cold, oh, he's ready to go for the wide swing. Stewie's just gonna be desperately trying to stick this down. He goes, and now Twist knows he's screwed. It's over, 16-9 for Faze, picking up Liquid's map pick. The one variation in the veto. And it's a scary situation for Liquid, Launders.